What is up, Divine Nation? How you guys doing today? It is Divine here, and I'm coming at you guys with my overall review and thoughts about the Black Ops 4 beta. Now, I saved this video until after the second weekend of the beta, and as you guys know, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, the beta has ended. So, I'm pretty sure I could talk about my overall opinion. So, if you at any point in the video enjoy this video, please smack that like button. Also, man, if you're brand new, subscribe and share this channel around, man, so Treyarch and Activision can see this, man. And if I miss anything, please let me know in the comment section below what I missed or what you think I missed and didn't discuss enough. Now, so the first thing I'm gonna hop into has to be the score streaks. Now, they promised us devastating score streaks. Weekend one. let's just try not to talk about weekend one of the score streaks. They were pretty bad. Okay, weekend two, they increased them, they made them better, but the only ones that really were better after they promised the update were the Mantis and the Attack Copter. Now, the Mantis still needs a buff, in my opinion. It needs a movement speed buff for sure, an increase to its AI. It needs more health because it's pretty dang easy to destroy, along with it needs a second firing mode. I mean, once they do that, then that streak will be devastating and pretty good. Hopefully, please, Treyarch. You promised us devastation. That's not devastation, guys. Also, man, the attack copters definitely better in the beta, but still can use some improvements. Cold-Blooded still kind of messes with it a lot, along with the maps, man. I think it needs to be like every 3 to 4 seconds that it should be able to lock onto somebody that's out in the open with Cold-Blooded, and it could kill 2 people at a time doing that, and then it resets again, and every 3 seconds it can do that. And the people without Cold-Blooded, it should just be able to kill no matter what. It definitely needs to have a longer duration of being out when you call it in, because as of right now, it seems to not be in very long, maybe like 30 seconds? I don't know, man. Let me know if you disagree with that, but I think it's not very long for how much it costs for the time duration. I feel like it ends a lot faster than a Mantis and them does. The strike team is still horrible. Oh my god, it's one of the worst streaks in the game, man. It's literally tied with the gunship, and I don't even want to say that. It hurts me to say it. It hurts my soul, but it's the truth, man. They're both the worst streaks in the game. Even the RCXD is better than them. And I'll explain to you why the gunship's bad when I get to it, but the strike team is just horrible, man. There's supposed to be 2 Juggernaut soldiers that come down and just destroy everybody. Instead, they're 2 Juggernaut soldiers that sit in a corner and get punched by enemies. I literally called in 3 strike teams in one game. Got a total of 3 kills with them. 3! That's 1 kill per strike team that goes in, and there's 2 of them that spawn in. It was like, what the heck? What's going on here? I didn't feel rewarded for that, man. Earning the streak and not getting any kills. They should at least be getting 10 kills at minimum. And my Mantis was getting like 6 to 7 kills every time I called one in. So it was like, this is so bad. And they promised us devastating score streaks. So they need to buff the strike team 100%, man. Those things are bad. The strike team, the Warthog, and the gunship all need to counter Cold-Blooded, and I'll explain to you how they need to do that. Alright, so no matter if you're running Cold-Blooded, the strike team is supposed to be the equivalent to the Raps. Now, the strike team should be able to run everybody over. Like, they should have an option like the GI unit. Instead of, like, making them sit in one spot, like, like how, you know how when you get a strike team, you have the option to put in down in the spot, though, hold it down, hold down that area. Yeah, instead of that being an option, make it to where if you hit that button, they run around the map and just destroy everybody. The health is fine on them, just the AI needs to be increased. Again, it needs to counter Cold-Blooded, and they also need to have an option to where they can just roam around the map freely and do whatever they want to the enemy team. Like, again, those things should be averaging at least 8 to 10 kills in the beta. Like, 8 to 10 kills a game, and they're just averaging 0. I think I got a total of like 15 kills with the strike team out of both weekends of the beta. Like, I'm saying combined both weekends of the beta, 15 kills. That's pretty bad. That's I would have to say so, the least of that. Now the Warthog, I don't know if it's just the maps. I'm gonna talk about the Warthog and the gunship together pretty much. I don't know if it's just the maps, but the maps are definitely, as of right now, are not made for either one of those two streaks. The Warthog does have a lot of potential. I've used it a lot over the weekend. It was pretty strong, pretty good. It just, the maps need to be more open. There's too much cover. There's too much. We placed the hide, and I think that it's also countered by cold-blooded. Again, the three biggest streaks in the game should not be countered by anything. You promised us devastating score streaks. Those score streaks should be running around the map and destroying everybody. If I hear an enemy gunship being called in, I should either want to back out or try to destroy it instantly. I mean, don't make it easy to destroy by any means, but I'm just saying that for real. I should be fearing for my life because I know that guy earned that, along with I know that he's about to get 10 to 15 kills on my team. Like, a minimum with a gunship or like chopper gun or any of that, you should at minimum, again, only get 10 kills. Minimum. Like, that's a bad game with a gunship. 10 kills. It's the highest streak in the game. You promised devastation, that's not devastation with what it did now. I called 2 gunships in one game and got a total of 3 or 4 kills. You do the math there, alright? I only got like 3 or 4 gunships in total over the beta weekend, and I only got 5 kills with them in total. I counted them. It was 5 kills. That's uncalled for, Treyarch. Those need to be the best streaks in the game, in all honesty. I don't know if it's the map so much, but you guys, if it is, you guys gotta open them up. And also the gunship needs a longer duration as well, being the Warthog, again, I think it just needs to be cold-blooded. Again, all 3 of the streaks of the strike team, the gunship and the Warthog, cold-blooded should not counter them, and they should counter cold-blooded, in all honesty. I hope that we have a hater in the game as well. Please, Treyarch, make sure you guys have a hater in the game. I'm pretty sure you guys should have it in there because we did not see every streak in the game. I hope we didn't, at least. Hater is always necessary, especially if you have Ghost in the game. If you're not going to bring a Ghost in the game, then, or if you're going to not bring a hater in the game, you got to remove Ghost. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. So the next thing I'm going to get into, because now I'm done with talking about the streaks, is body armor. Body armor, I could tell, Treyarch, you guys don't want to really listen to the community when it comes down to body armor. You guys are being stubborn on that situation. Which, if that's the case, if you guys don't remove body armor, like, I don't care about the nerf or not, I still do notice it. Like, because when I'm using certain guns, I notice when I lose a gunfight, it's just because of body armor. So that either needs to be completely removed from the game, or, which I know you guys aren't going to do, so to compromise this, to make everybody happy, put AP rounds on every single gun in the game as a default attachment. Not AP rounds 2, don't do that. AP rounds 1, that's fine. Just put the AP rounds 1 in there and then it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure there will be less complaining about body armor, because then you actually have something set to counter it. Because then, if you guys know, in COD 4 there was Juggernaut, but you know how you counter Juggernaut? You put on stopping power. This game does not have that. So please, Treyarch, fix that and help it, make it to where you can counter body armor a lot easier.
Oh God, behind us.
Thank you. Oh, please and thank you, man. Next up on the list, maps. The maps designs are decent. The thing is that they just got too many head glitches, and it's literally promoting campers a lot, especially with the specialist Torque, which I'm going to talk about these in the one. The Torque specialist is a camper's go-to dream. I ran into a 4-man team with 2 Torques on their team, a Recon and a Nomad, and they were sitting in a building with their 2 shields up and their barricades in each area to get in. There was only 2 spots to get into, which was really bad.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And we couldn't kill him. We literally couldn't kill him. I have the gameplay if you guys want to see it. It was the worst thing I had ever experienced in my life. No, the Torque needs to be toned down a lot. A lot. I get that you meant for it to be objective, but you gotta remember, the community will abuse stuff like that. Especially the campers. They always find something to abuse every single year. So the best way to tone that down is to make the shields a lot weaker. A lot weaker. That and the barricade, like, they take way less bullets to kill, because I'm noticing it takes like 2 full clips to blow up a shield, even with AP rounds. So make it extremely weak for both of them, along with make the little radius, so the radius on that little cooking wave thing that it has, make that radius little to nothing. Like, you would pretty much have to be in Spitfire range, like punching range, for that to do any damage to somebody instead of cutting off a lane, because again, that is just a camper's dream, and that is extremely broken and needs to be toned down a lot. Gridlock, this happened, I think, on Contraband, I think was the map, or I don't know the map of it, the map name. I don't even remember really any of the map names, except like Gridlock, because Gridlock I didn't like a lot, and this is why, because there's just too many head glitches. If you remove a lot of those head glitches out of the middle of the map, it'll be a way better map. Just make it a little bit more open, like both lanes, make them a little more open. Stop putting all this random stuff in the way, man. Just make the maps a little bit more open again, and it'll be a way better map, in all honesty. That's all you gotta do, just let some of the maps tone down the head glitches. In all honesty, tone down every map's head glitches, and the maps will be way more golden, way more fun to play on. But I don't know, actually, because what about the score streaks? See what I'm saying? You guys gotta come up with something for the score streaks to be amazing and make the maps flow a lot better and counter the camping a little bit. Also, another specialist that I'm gonna talk about while I'm thinking about the specialist is War Machine. That has to get toned down a lot. War Machine, or Battery is her name. Her War Machine is way too strong in this game. It could bounce off walls and explode on impact. Honestly, I think you guys need to come up with some sort of compromise on that, to where it can either bounce off walls and then take like a delayed explode, or make it to where it just explodes on impact and doesn't bounce off anything, because that's just it's just too strong how it is now. Along with it's too easy to spam. I think it should have less grenades in it, and I think it needs to have a slower cooldown, if that makes sense, like a slower recharge to getting another one, because I've noticed people get like 4 or 5 of them in a game. I think I had a buddy of mine when we were playing Hardpoint. He got like, I think like 5 or 6 War Machines in a single match. That was insane. So yeah, they definitely then charge down time needs to be completely nerfed into the ground, because that is the War Machine comes back way too fast, and its cooldown time as well. The grenade's cooldown time needs to be increased as well, because the nade comes back and the nade's got way too high of a blast radius, and it just gets spammed so much. I also think you need to nerf its throw range, because people can throw that way too far. I'm not doing bad with the Vapor, but I don't know if for that type of grenade, at least. I don't mind if the frag grenade you can throw pretty far, but that grenade, just no. It's a sticky grenade that explodes like 12 times. I'm probably exaggerating that, but you know, I'm being honest. Yeah, and then another thing that needs to be fixed in the beta is Tac Mask. Tac Mask, the reason why I bring that up is because specialist equipment, it's supposed to counter Torque's Barricade, right? It's supposed to counter 9-bang, and it's supposed to counter the Prophet's Roly-Poly thing that shocks people. But it doesn't. It's just super, super weak, and I just don't understand why. Like, Tac Mask is extremely useless. Like, that needs an extreme buff to it. It's been bad since the first weekend of the beta, and I thought they would have fixed it, but they didn't. So please, Treyarch, fix that. Like, it needs a buff to where literally none of those things affect you at all. Because if Tac Mask is not doing what it says it does, I don't know, man. You guys gotta figure something out with that. When I get hit with a 9-bang, it shouldn't even affect me at all. When I get hit, when I run through Barracks Barrage, it should not slow me down. And when that little roly-poly thing comes at me, it should just roll right past me if I have Tac Mask on, because it knows it's not going to do anything to me or stop me in my tracks or stun me or any of that. That's what Tac Mask should be. So please, Treyarch, fix that. I think that's about it for the negatives, the cons, man. If I miss anything, please let me know, guys. Now, for the pros, I gotta say, I feel rewarded when I level up, because some of the guns are just really fun and good to use. The Maddox, I love that gun. To me, it's not broken. It reminds me a lot of an MTAR. That's pretty much why I like it, and it looks so cool and sounds amazing. I do like it, so it doesn't need a nerf, and I don't care what anybody says. It's not a broken assault rifle by any means, man. It's just an overall good gun, and it's fun to use. It's a hybrid. It's supposed to be a hybrid. It does what it does its job. It's a hybrid assault rifle. I can name like 4 or 5 guns right now that are 10 times more broken than it. The SOG 9mm is a pretty okay submachine gun. I think it needs a little bit of a buff, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it sounds, and it reminds me more of an MP11 than anything. Like, my boy Swag XBL brought it up to me, and well, brought it up in his live stream, and I was like, dude, you're right. It does remind me of it does look like an MP11. It does like how it plays is like an MP11, except the MP11 had less recoil. I just want to point that out. That thing's recoil is ridiculous, at least for me. Like, I can control the Spitfire better than I can that, and probably you guys are like right now like, what? What? I can't even control the Spitfire. Yeah, well, I can. As you can tell by these two gameplays. This is actually the second weekend of the beta, these two gameplays, by the way, if you guys are wondering. This is Hardpoint, and I'm playing with a couple of my buddies. So the colors are amazing, the gun sounds are amazing, the game modes, oh my god, Control and Heist are the two best game modes that Call of Duty has ever came up with, and you guys will be seeing a lot of Heist gameplays, because I have a lot of them, man. Those were amazing game modes. The thing that I think they should work on for Heist, again, is the AP round situation, is because the armor, right, the armor, there, you can get that tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 armor. They should have an option to where you can buy AP rounds for any gun that you're using. Again, just like AP rounds should be an attachment for every single gun in the game, they should have it to where it's an attachment for... It's for purchase for your weapon as well. Because, again, it's just unbalanced when it comes down to certain guns having AP rounds and other guns don't. Because, here's why. If I'm running around with a SOG 9mm in that game, right, somebody's got tier 3 body armor, the heavy body armor. It literally, Marksman even showed it in a video, it literally takes an entire clip to kill one person with it, with tier 3 body armor. That's kind of broken. And then they can insta-melt you if they're using a gun like a Scar or an MX9 or a Spitfire, something like that. See, so honestly, either they should tone down the body armor just a little bit in that, or they, or the AP rounds need to be a complete and utter option for every gun. And again, I think the AP round being an option for every gun in the game should be the way to go for that. So please, Treyarch, make that a thing. But again, the Heist game mode is amazing, and so is Control. I don't know who ever thought of that over at Treyarch, but you guys need to pat yourselves on the back, man. That is just an amazing, amazing. Those game modes are just phenomenal, flawless, man, flawless. I don't really know, man. There's a decent amount of stuff that I like. Oh, the health thing. I do like the health thing to an extent. That, like, when you gotta inject yourself with health. But here's the thing: is I think they need to make the default one is cooldown time, and they need to increase that a little bit to make it faster, or at least increase it to where your health heals a lot faster as well. Like, I know there's a thing called stem in the game, but I don't really like using stem. I usually run cosmic device, I think that's what it's called, to make your score streaks cost cheaper, or at least be a little cheaper on score. I don't know what that's called, to be honest. I think it's cosmic. Oh, don't quote me on that, chat. But yeah, that I usually run that. I don't like using Exostem or the I keep calling it Exostem from Advanced Warfare, because that's pretty much what it was in Advanced Warfare, was Exostem. That's what it was called. I mean, it's a good idea, though, don't get me wrong. I do like the idea of it. I hope you guys increase the cooldown timer on that or something, or make your health heal faster by default, and then like the stem be like a level 51 unlock or something like that, to where you have to where it regens, like it has like a 5-second cooldown, but it insta feels your health, like it did in the alpha gameplay. Like, I don't know why they changed that. It was perfect in the alphas. I think they should rechange that back, man. Like, I don't care if people think it's broken. I mean, you have to get to level 51 to get it, and everybody can have it. So, you know what I mean? That's not broken, that's balanced. You know what I mean? If you would rather use the stem shot over a cosmic device or everything else in the game, the stem shot should reward you for grinding and unlocking it. You know what I mean? It should be at least pretty good and pretty valuable. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. But I think that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about in the beta here today, guys. I do like this game. I do think this game has a lot to work on, though. Again, gunplay is cool. Oh, I didn't mention the SCAR is amazing in this game. Here's the thing, though, that they need to do to the SCAR. Please, Treyarch, do this! Do this to the Swordfish and the SCAR, because I want to use these guns more, man. They're so cool. And they're good, and they're just so satisfying to kill somebody with, man. Please, Treyarch, add stock to these guns or increase their ADS movement speed, because it's really slow, guys. Really slow. Like, I'm saying, like, remove this stock and off the KN57 and off the Vapor, because they've already got good mobility as it is. Like, they're supposed to be like fast-paced guns that are hybrids, and I know what you guys are going for with those guns. So, like, they've already got good mobility. Please add the mobility. Take those attachments off and put them on the SCAR and the Swordfish. That'd be awesome, man. Like, please, Treyarch, please. We want that. I want stock of those guns so I could actually use them and just feel like a tank. Like, feel like those guns are good. You know what I mean? That's what bring those guns up to par, in my opinion, at least, or at least increase the SCAR or the Rampart 17's fire rate. That's pretty much what it is. The Rampart is the SCAR. If you got, for those of you guys that are new to the Call of Duty franchise, if you don't know what the SCAR is, look it up. I highly recommend you look it up. Gameplays of that gun, because it was a really good fan favorite gun. But no, that's pretty much my pros and cons of this thing, and if you agreed with anything, disagreed, or if I forgot anything, please let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments, man. Share the channel around, share the video around, at Treyarch and Activision. Guys, they gotta see this, man. I'd really appreciate it as well. I hope they do some of this stuff. I hope they fix some of this stuff, and I hope they listen to me, man, because this game has a lot of potential, and I really want this to be the best Call of Duty of all time. So please, Treyarch, listen! Listen, guys! You guys have so much potential, man. I can't wait. I'm also excited to say that I cannot wait to see what their camos are going to look like in this game. I've been asking for a fast-paced, boots-on-the-ground, futuristic, and that's exactly what Treyarch delivered, just with specialists, which I didn't like. But again, I'm out, guys. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, man, and see if we can break 10 likes, man. And if you reach until this point of the video, let's get hashtag beta in the comment section, man. I'd really appreciate that. I'm out, guys. Peace.
Oh yeah, man. Crash kill.
Yeah, it does me too, dude. That's why I like it. It's a Scorpion, bro. It's like a Vesper Scorpion mixed with a Chicum. It's like the Chicum Vesper and the Scorpion mixed.